Leeds United 1, Norwich City 1, and it's another game where the two key words on everyone's lips again are passive possession. Leeds United with a typical Leeds United performance. Very flat, very uninspiring at times, and unfortunately at the back, very open and susceptible to counter-attacks. Now, was this the worst performance known to mankind? No. Was it lightning liquid football by Leeds United? No. It was quite an apathetic at times performance. It was quite flat. It was quite dreary. And listen, I've heard a lot of people criticize that opinion of things and saying, listen, it's all about the results you get, Leeds. It's not about the excitement of the performances. My criticism has never been the fact that these performances are not exciting. My criticism has never been the fact that I'm bored watching Leeds. That's not an issue. I don't care about the fact that I'm not on the edge of my seat. Yes, I would love to watch entertaining football a la Bielsa or other managers, but that's not the be-all and end-all. The thing that I am worried about is that the passive possession that we're doing and the patterns of the repeated patterns that we're seeing in terms of the lack of changes, in terms of the lack of real guile and creativity in the final third, those are the issues that I'm more worried about, because those are the issues that when you come up against sides with a little bit of firepower up front, as we saw in the first half with Joshua Sargent for Norwich, or you happen to make a mistake, as we saw with Joe Rodon giving away the penalty in the first half, you are going to come unstuck. Because what usually happens in these games is Leeds have the lion's share of possession. It was 68% in the first half today. Last week it was a bit higher, 79% against Cardiff. You know, everything aside from the Coventry game, which is ironically the one game I was away for. Leeds do this same thing. We have a lot of the ball. We have a lot of it kind of in their half, around their 18-yard box, but we don't create that many clear-cut chances. People who say we dominate games, I will never understand how you can say we dominate football matches. Leeds United do not dominate football matches. We dominate possession. There's a huge difference between dominating a football match and dominating possession of a game. Like, it genuinely staggers me how people think that we dominate games. We don't. Because when we actually have the ball in these dangerous areas, it's too slow. We're not releasing it quick enough. The decision-making is poor. The decision-making is not happening quick enough. The quality on the final ball is not there. The final chance creation is not there. And when we do actually create some of these chances, we're not putting them away. But it's not just as simple as Leeds don't finish their dinner. No, because the quality of the chances aren't quite there. I don't care what XG stat you pull up. I don't care what you try to tell me. The quality of chances are not there for the amount of ball possession we have. You see sides like Norwich who don't have that many that much control of the ball in Leeds' half. They really don't. But when they do get the ball in Leeds' half, it's quick, it's sharp, and it looks like it's going to cause Leeds danger every single time. Josh Sargent in that first half had Joe Rodon shitting his pants at times until he fucking slid on his ass and like a fucking skid mark down the side of your toilet and took him down inside the box. Terrible decision. Stay on your feet there. Don't gamble in. Don't slide. Don't give away the penalty. Then Josh Sargent, cool, calm as you like, slots it under Mellier's arm. Could he have done a little bit better? Potentially. It wasn't completely in the corner, but I wouldn't blame Mellier for it. And there you go, Leeds United are 1-0 down. But how many games have we seen this year where Leeds have done the same thing in terms of the balls, the possession that we've had in the opposition half, not cutting them out, not breaking them down convincingly enough, but getting away with it because the other side were either profligate in front of our goal or just didn't have the quality or firepower to punish Leeds when they did catch us on the break. Because when teams do catch us on the break, we are susceptible back there. Yes, we've kept a lot of clean sheets, but that's not necessarily because we're the most defensively rigid side in the league. Because when we do go forward and attack, there are spaces in behind, and Norwich were exploiting those chances today. But what we have had is quite a lot of fortune in terms of the fact that sides haven't had the quality to break us down. But when we've come up against sides that do have the quality to break us down, i.e. Norwich today, i.e. Burnley against Leeds, i.e. Middlesbrough when we played them, we've come unstuck. And it's come to cost us. when we don't take some of our chances that we have in the first half, when we don't take some of our clear-cut chances, guess what? We're always susceptible to being caught on the break. And yes, people can look at it today and say it was a penalty. They can look at the Burnley game and say it's because Solomon slipped. But you're going to have these mistakes in games. And when you don't put teams away, when you don't look, cutting enough in the final third, then you're always going to run the risk of you making a mistake and being caught and punished for it. We kept a lot of clean sheets, but we're not picking up a lot of points. Not enough points with the squad that we have, in my opinion. Yes. Are we doing well enough? Yes. Are we still in the conversation? Yes. If we win on Friday, can we still go into the international break in the top 6? Yes. But we're also allowing ourselves to fall behind the 8 ball, and that is not good at this point in the season. We need to start picking things up quicker. We need to start picking up performances quicker. And listen, the one thing I will say is the substitutions today were awful. They were absolutely terrible, in my opinion. I've been screaming out as much as the next guy, make changes, make changes, make changes. But make the right changes. Make them at the right time and do them the right way. Completely incorrect, in my opinion. We looked a lot more like scoring before we made the changes than we did after making the changes. Now, you might be sitting there thinking to yourself, well, hang on, JT, aren't you the one that was telling us to make these changes slightly earlier? Yes, I was the one that was telling you to make changes. But now you're sat here telling me after he's made the changes, then we look worse than what we did before. So surely you're saying, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Don't make the changes. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying you've got to make the changes, but make them at the right time. When he made the changes, he brought 2 strikers on. 2. And completely changed the formation. Took your most creative player in the second half in Ramadzani out, the one who was actually picking up the ball from deep and driving, getting Leeds going on the counter-attacks, creating space for other people, looking dangerous, looking sharp, got us our goal. You take him off the pitch for some inexplainable reason. Maybe you're trying to rest him, and you put Bamford and Perot on at the same time. No. 50th minute, put Bamford on for Joseph. It wasn't working with Joseph. You needed a player who could hold up the ball. You needed someone who could actually, pull defenders out and cause them problems. And if you put Bamford on earlier, he would have looked a lot better than he did when he came on. When he came on in the front 2 of Perot, and he was forced deep to try and run through and create stuff. If you put him on earlier for Joseph, then you've got Ramadzani to give him the pace in behind, running through. You've got Nonto with him to, again, run the channels and alleviate pressure off Bamford, create more space for him to drop slightly in a little bit more and operate in that area just outside the 18-yard box. And you've got Aronson hoovering in behind, who can also pick out the odd pass, can maybe play off a 1-2 of Bamford and work well. Instead, what you do, you put Bamford and Perot on at the same time. They're getting in each other's way. They have no pace in behind. After 5 minutes, they take Nonto off as well and put Joseph on. So you have absolutely no pace creating anything. You've got Aronson on the left-hand side, who's completely invisible out there, is getting none of the ball. The midfield looks completely shot because you've taken the number 10 out and replaced it with 2 strikers up there who are not functioning well together. Why do that? What you should do, 50th minute, put Bamford on for Joseph, see how it works for 15 minutes. If he's getting a lot of joy, hopefully, keep him in that same position. Take Aronson off, keep Ramadzani and Nonto on. Maybe if things have worked well and we've got a goal and you want to rest Ramadzani, fine. Take Ramadzani off and put Aronson on the left and put Perot in the 10 and keep the same formation, putting Perot just behind Bamford in that kind of shadow striker role in what has served him very well, coming on in that kind of second striker role in the last 10-15 minutes of the game, where he's able to really have a lot of space in behind and get himself on the end of chances. But because of the way he did it, it didn't serve Bamford well and it didn't serve Perot well, because they were both just getting in each other's way. Decisions made at the wrong time and the wrong kind of decisions. He should be making them sooner and he should be making them one at a time. He shouldn't be making these wholesale changes. And I'll tell you, if Rothwell didn't have to come on in the first half, he would have made a triple change there, and it would have been the same rubbish that we see all the time, where he just completely tries to change the entire system and get something out of it that way. But let me know what you guys think anyway. Are you as critical as me? Do you think that I should cut him a little bit more slack? Again, this is not me saying Fark should be sacked. This is just me questioning certain things that we're seeing repeated again and again and again and again. But let me know what you guys think about anything down in the comment section down below. Do you agree with me, disagree? Please let me know your thoughts down below. For now, guys, I will see you very soon. Au revoir, my brothers and my sisters.